So this next week is about recapitulating, and for many of you, not just this next week, but the whole entire month, to recover, to, see what is left, to remove all the crud, to, throw out the things that are no longer valid for you, that are no longer true for you, and to build your own inner structure. Welcome back, everybody, to our energy update for week 40. That is for the 1st of October till the 7th, 2022. My name is Jona Bryndis. I'm an energy healer, energy coach, and trainer, and walk you through the energetic aspects every week here at my YouTube channel. Welcome to you. If this is your first time watching me, I am talking about the inner and outer developments here in our world, how this displays to us energetically sensitives and empaths, and what these energetic aspects are that we need to heed for each week. This week is called Power Up, and it's going to be a really, really important week for you. Let me explain how this will play out. As many of you know, and by the way, thank you so much for all your well wishes and prayers here to Florida during the hurricane in the last couple of days. We survived everything and it was okay. It was scary, but it was okay. There's an analogy in that, and I would like to use the hurricane as a metaphor because this is literally what these energies look like right now. We have time to prepare, we have time to evaluate, we have time to come up with new plans, new ideas, and the next step. So this will be really, really important in the second week of October, where we have to step into more action, where bigger decisions have to be made. This week, that is starting here with today, is for you to reevaluate if this inner structure that you've built is strong enough, if the preparedness that you have is strong enough to withstand the hurricane on the outside. What am I talking about when I'm talking about the hurricane outside? I'm talking about continual, everyday revelations about things that we thought were true or wanted to be true. And this is the part here that is so metaphorical about this week, because there are some things that force us into very disciplined action, but some of us are still somewhat frustrated or feel inhibited or impeded. It feels like a delay, and we're having a hard time expressing what it is that we truly want. In the energy forecast for October, I reminded all of you once more that this is the month for coming out of the woodwork. And the energy alignment for October, called Destiny, gives you a little bit of a feel what I am referring to. We need to move forward now, but all these things that we have been wanting to be true, our ego reality that we so willingly retrofitted to our desires or simply our beliefs, are now being bombarded. So it's really important that you take this time to look into what is truly of value for you, what is reciprocal, what have you invested in, what is sustainable, what is healthy for you, what is working for you, and reflect on what these things are that you have been investing in that turn out to be just mind constructs. So it's time for you to reevaluate what your inner structure actually is. When the outer structure wobbles, what that does to us, it pulls us into this automatic behavior, our ego coping behavior, and that's exactly where our ego reality is located. It makes it impossible for us to see truth, and it confuses us. That's why this time right now feels a little bit like a pressure cooker, because you feel the tension, you feel it building, but you don't have a solution yet. It is, though, something that is coming, and that is why I like this metaphor with the hurricane. Regardless of how I felt about it, I needed to take some steps. I needed to make some choices. And I had to truly evaluate what it was that is important to me, obviously, and also what it is that matters during a time of distress. This is your job right now. Yeah, because in these times where people get overrun by their mental constructs and their emotions, they also tend to show up with all their ego behaviors, all their shadow is coming out. You can see this on the political arena right now. Yeah, all these things that are being revealed about this politician or that politician or this regime or this system. Yeah, everything that's been revealed about climate change and the monetary system, how that is desperately being tried to patch, okay, so that people like us wouldn't realize how it really just is a Ponzi scheme. So it's really, really important right now that you know what your inner structure is. And the analogy again with preparedness has to do with you knowing what you need and what you want based on who you are now. So a big part of this stalemate for many of us is that we have a hard time letting go of the things that we've been investing in. Yeah, that our ego wanted so badly, the cookie. Yeah, and to realize the losses and to say, you know what, there is no cookie. I made this happen. I tried to create this reality, and now it's coming to an end. So, what is it that you need to do to relieve yourself of in the past, but also to not repeat this mistake? So, this next week is really important for you to recognize what these things were in mostly 2021, yeah, where you didn't really show up in your highest potential, where you showed up maybe with your ego or with your shadow, how you can rectify this with yourself, with your inner self-worth. And that's why this week is important to you, because you can actually go into what you stand for, what your inner structure is. So don't be afraid of diving a little deeper. This goes straight into your second chakra, guys. You'll find that many of us may be pulled into our coping, into our addictions, or into our wanting to check out. This is not the time. It's very important that you reevaluate everything that you choose based on how important it is for you, especially your relationships. One of the beautiful things that come out of crisis such as a hurricane is that you can begin to see who these people are that care for you, that you care for, that that collaborate, that are willing to work with you, where the investment was actually justified, where there is sort of an exchange there that empowers you. And you will see the relationships, or maybe even also jobs or companies that you work with that didn't really show up in a nice way, that dropped you like a hot potato, or that showed how non-integrous they are. Yeah, so whenever we are about to uncover our ego reality, we are always in for a little bit of discomfort, because there was a reason why we wanted it so bad, yeah, the cookie, and all the investments that we put in there. And it's like, realizing that whatever the horse was that you sat on isn't going to win. And your job now is to power yourself up through the connection that you have with your heart, that informs you about your inner truth, that informs you about what truly matters to you. You can no longer turn a blind eye to it, guys. There is too much going on. It's literally going to suck you into your checking out, into your wanting to be unaware. And once you stay in this place for too long, it's really, really hard to get out of that. Yeah, so this next week is about recapitulating, and for many of you, not just this next week, but the whole entire month, to recover, to see what is left, to remove all the crud, to throw out the things that are no longer valid for you, that are no longer true for you, and to build your own inner structure. So second and fourth chakra, when that comes together, it always means that it's a highly emotional time. but a time that can also bring you clarity into your emotions. So here at transCODES, we're going to have a workshop about commanding your emotions. That's obviously not the same as controlling your emotions. Commanding your emotions means being available, being aware of how you truly feel about something. Emotions and feelings aren't the same. And for as long as we are caught in our ego constructs, which are mostly mental constructs, everything that we see, yeah, even in the etheric, if you are a vision seeker and if you have an active third eye, you will merely see the mirror of your ego reality. This is the problem, guys. Yeah, it's not, truth isn't relative, but truth is tricky, because if you don't really know what the structure of truth is, and if you don't know the bigger structure or the bigger order behind truth, then it's very, very difficult for you to know if the guidance that you are receiving from within yourself, if it's true or if it's coming from your ego. Now, those of you who would like to really train this, because it's possible to systematically train that, how to be true with yourself, how to become real in this life, and how to build a foundation of trust with yourself. Yeah, you might want to check out my Heart Warrior self-mastery challenge here, starting on October 7th for 14 days. This is an energy work modality in which we don't do any energy sessions. You will get tasks from me every day that you have to report back to me. And that is then for you to learn what it truly means to be accountable with yourself, what it truly means to power yourself up. It happens through you following through, you knowing what your values are, and you acting, choosing, thinking, and feeling accordingly. Yeah, so for those of you who are curious about this, check it out on my website. Those of you here in the Sacred Self-Healing community will get a little bit through the workshops, because they have been gearing you to learning self-mastery here in these past weeks already. Now, those of you who would like to know how to read energies, how to code energies, I have this new class starting here on October 13th that goes for the whole semester until the end of January, preparing you to become an energy healer, an energy clearer, or an energy coach. Yeah, so those of you who have been playing with that thought, this is the time where you need to step up and really learn everything from the foundation on. Yeah, this is a 2-year training course, really. And those of you who have been working with me, they get things for 50% off, because you already have some of these foundations. So the bigger picture here for you powering up, not just in regards to preparedness, which is 3D, not just in regards to your emotions, not just in regards to really, being able to break through your ego reality, also needs to entail you understanding your own spirituality. This will be a big theme in the next years, okay? And October seems to be very pivotal in that it is the time for us to come out of the woodwork, to really stand up for our worldview, how we see things, not our opinions, not our positions, but how we see the larger picture of how the world works and higher power, how that relates to us. Yeah, this may remind some of you of history, but it really is not to be underestimated. The power that comes in through your ability to contextualize what is happening in a spiritual way. Yeah, not in a religious way, not in a cultish way. No, based on your true spiritual connection within yourself, however you define it. So let me summarize this for you. The task here for this next week is to review, is to weed out, detox for some of you in the most literal sense, and recover. Recover your true values, your true structure, your true beliefs, your true thoughts, and your true emotions. And once you have those, we call this the process of self-mastery. You are ready to make bigger decisions again. because in this one month of October, you're going to have to make very, very big decisions. It's an extremely powerful month for manifestation. So I want to prepare you guys that you are able to make the right decisions for you, as congruent and as truthful and as real as they can be for you. All right? So let us all go inward here, use this weekend to recapitulate. Yeah, and then pay attention to the things that are healthy for you, that are reciprocal, that bring things back to you, not just the things that you constantly have to force, that you constantly have to put energy into. No, look at the things that power you up. All right. I hope that this was enough of a pep talk. I see you very soon. Watch the energy forecast for October to get a little more glimpse into this. And if you're part of my email list for the newsletter, then you can also download the energy meditation for October 22. I love you guys. See you very soon. Bye-bye.